So you read the verse, إِنَّمَا الصَّدَقَاتُ لِلْفُقَرَاءِ وَالْمَسَاكِينِ. And then Abdullah ibn Mas'ud corrected him by saying what? إِنَّمَا الصَّدَقَاتُ لِلْفُقَرَاءِ وَالْمَسَاكِينِ. Right? So this was the mistake he made. And from that we understand as well that mudud is a part and part of tajweed. But mudud prolongations in tajweed, there are many different types of prolongations, many types of mudud. Today we will be covering majority of them, and then inshallah, in the next session, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, we will be completing the rest of the mudud, inshallah. So the first mad that we will be starting off with, which is the easiest one, is something known as a madde asli or a madde tabi'i. Madde asli or a madde tabi'i, right? Some of you may know it as a madde asli, some may know it as madde tabi'i. Firstly, what does madde asli or madde tabi'i mean? It means a natural prolongation. A natural prolongation, okay? Tabi'a means something that's natural. And the madde asli, madde tabi'i is a part of the word. Meaning that if you do not prolong it, then the meaning is not going to stand. Do you understand? Right? So, how do you know what a madde asli is or a madde tabi'i is? If you can see on the screen, we've combined it in one word. And that word is nuhiha. Say it with me. Nuhiha. Right? Here we've got three aspects. We've got nu, which is dhamman after a waw with a sakin. Then hi, ya with a sakin and before it a kasra. And then ha, alif and before it a fatha. When I'm prolonging it, how long am I doing it? 2 counts. This is a natural mad. A natural mad is, it's only 2 counts long. So you say like this, nuhiha. You can't say nuhiha. No. A natural mad, it's 2 counts long. Okay? So that's the first thing. The second thing is, it's three parts. You have a waw with the sakin, ya with the sakin, and alif before a fatha. This is called the madde asli or madde tabi'i. We've got examples here for you to understand or to visualize the madde asli. If you look at the first part, amanu. If I was to say amanu, would that stand? No. The meaning would change, right? It's not amanu, it's amanu. Then we've got utu. Can we say utu? No. It's utu, right? The next word that we have is mustahzi'una. If I was to say mustahzi'una, la. Right? It has to be mustahzi'una, right? And similarly, you have the other words. Okay? This is called a madde asli or a madde tabi'a. Everyone understood that? Jayyid. Okay. Moving on. Then we have the madde leen. This one many people leave out or don't understand the concept properly. Just now we talked about the madde asli, right? We talked about 3 letters, which is alif, waw, and ya. The waw, if it has a sakin before it, has to have a dhamma. Ya, if there's a sakin before it, there's a kasra. Alif before it, a fatha. This is a madde asli. Madde leen, on the other hand, will be a bit different. Remember the waw sakin and remember the ya sakin. Okay? If before these two there is a fatha, there is a what? Fatha. So the sound will be aw or ay. Which 2 sounds? Aw or ay. I'll give you 2 words. Khawf and Quraysh. Khawf. Can you hear that sound? What did I do? There's a waw and before there's a fatha. Quraysh. Ya in the middle and before there's a fatha. So both waw sakin and ya sakin, both of them before, what is it? Fatha. If you are stopping on the word, this is when it becomes into a madde leen. What does it become? Madde leen. And the prolongation is going to be different from the usual 2 counts. Here you can make it 2, 4, or 6, depending on the recitation. Let me give you examples for you to understand. Everyone knows this surah. Majority of you will know this surah. لِإِلَافِ قُرَيْشٍ. Many times even those that have claimed to know tajweed, right? They have been reading this wrong. They read it as لِإِلَافِ قُرَيْشٍ. إِلَافِهِمْ رِحْلَةَ الشِّتَاءِ وَالصَّيْفِ. Okay. Look at the end of every verse in this surah. We've got the word Quraysh. We've got the word Saif. We've got the word Bayt. We've got the word Khawf. All of these words have what? Maddalin. Because you're supposed to be stopping on it. Now, if you're stopping on it, how many counts do you make it? Either 2, either 4, or either 6. Generally, for the general public, you should be making it 4. So when you're stopping on it, how should you stop? لِإِيلَافِ قُرَيْشٍ. This is how you're supposed to do it. So if you say as Quraysh, you're not even doing 2 counts. If you want to do 2 counts, how would it be? لِإِيلَافِ قُرَيْشٍ. That's fine. Do you understand? You see where the mistake is? So Maddalin, again, I'm going to repeat it. It's when a waw or a ya both have sakin, and before which haraka is it? Fatha. Excellent. And what else are you doing? You're stopping on it. Because if you're not stopping on it, there's no mad. Listen. لِإِيلَافِ قُرَيْشٍ إِيلَا. I can't say لِإِيلَافِ قُرَيْشٍ إِيلَا. That's wrong. Only when you stop on it, which mad does it become? Madde Leen. Fantastic. So we've done 2 madud now. Madde Asli or Madde Tabi'i. Okay? And what was the word that we learned? Nuhiha. Nuhiha. Remember that, okay? Nuhiha. Okay? طيب. That's Madde Asli done. Then we moved into Madde Leen. Madde Leen is when a waw and a ya has a sakin and precedes it, a fatha, and you're stopping on the word. How many counts can you make it? 2, 4, 6. MashaAllah. Jayyid. 2, 4, or 6. Now when you choose one, don't be inconsistent. So you can't do like لِإِيلَافِ قُرَيْشٍ, make it 2 counts. And the next one you're making 4 counts. The next one, no. If you're choosing 4, then what do you do? The 4 the whole way. Okay, you have to keep consistent. Okay, so that is Maddalin. Okay, everyone stay with me because there's a lot of mudud coming. Okay, طيب, moving on. This one. Everyone say it with me. Madde عارض للسكون. 3 words. Madde عارض للسكون. Okay, it's quite long. Okay, don't worry, the slides are there so you can memorize in your free time. Madde عارض للسكون. I'm going to explain to you what Madde عارض للسكون is. The first mad that we covered, what was it called? Madde Asli. Fantastic. So everyone knows Madde Asli. Madde عارض للسكون is a Madde Asli. The only difference is there is a letter after it which is making it stop. For example, if I was to continue in the first verse of Surah Al-Fatiha, I would say, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Alright? Now continue. How many counts am I making that? 2 counts. Here it's a Madde Asli. It's a Madde Asli. Because why? Mi, ya has a sakin and before there's a kasra. What if I stop on it? Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. You see the mad has changed now. If I continue, what would it be? 2 counts. So if you're continuing, it's a Madde Asli. But when you stop on it, it becomes what? Madde Arid Lissukun. The mad has come because of a temporary sakin. Temporary what? Sakin. This applies to all of the mads, okay? All of the Madde Aslis. For you to understand, look at these examples. We've got 6 examples here. We'll go through all of them for you to understand. The first word that we have is Ar-Rahman. Okay, Ar-Rahman, when we stop in it, I'm sure everyone knows that when you hear the Qari reciting, he'll be doing a nice long Ar-Rahman, right? Okay, do you ever hear him say Ar-Rahman? Never, right? He can do it sometimes if you can do 2 counts. طيب, if he was to continue, can I say Ar-Rahman allama al-Qur'an? No. Because if I continue, what does it become? Madde Asli. Fantastic. If I stop, what has it become? Madde Arid al-Sukun. Fantastic. Okay. Madde Arid al-Sukun, how long do you make it? It's a very important question. Similar to the Madde Leen. 2, 4, or 6. Can I hop? Can I swap around? You can swap around, but you have to keep it consistent in the same qira'ah. So if I'm going to read Surah Al-Fatiha as 4 I have to keep it 4 all the way. I can't do Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Then I say Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. That's wrong. You have to keep it consistent. Now you're probably thinking, okay, why 2, why 4, why 6? You have to remember when we talked about in the first lesson, there's different ways of reciting, different modes of reciting. Within these modes, there's also difference of opinion regarding the mudud, prolongations. So in Taraweeh, for example, for those of you who know tajweed, you probably hear sometimes the Imam is making a short mad. Huh? We're reading a bit faster. Why are we reading a bit faster? Now you understand, right? Because in certain scenarios, you're allowed to do it, but you have to be consistent, okay? So that's the third mad covered. Okay, so we did madde, asli, madde, leen, madde, arid li sukun. I'm repeating this because today's example will consist of these things, so you have to know it, inshallah. Tayyib. Let's move on, inshallah. Madde iwad. We've got 3 more mududs to cover. Okay, madde iwad. Madde iwad is very easy. Everyone knows what a tanween is, right? What's a tanween? Fantastic. Double fatha, double kasra, or double dhamma. Simple as, if you stop on a word with double fatha, then this is called madde iwad. For you to understand, here's an example. Look at the first word on the right. Aliman. If I was to continue, I would say what? Aliman. If I was to stop, and how do I stop? Alima. 2 counts. This here, what's happened, is changed into madde iwad. Iwad means in replacement of. So in replacement of the double fatha, you're making a 1 fatha. Do you understand? Because in the Arabic language, you can never stop on a tanween. You can't just say aliman and stop. La. Mamnu'. Okay? That's not allowed. Okay? So you stop on it like that. So same thing with the word ahad. The next word, ahadan. If I was to stop on it, how would I stop? Ahada. Which mad is this? Madde iwad. What is it? Madde iwad. So 4 mads done. I'm going to repeat myself again. Madde asli. What's the word for madde asli? Allahu Akbar. He's got it. Nuhiha. How many counts? 2 counts. Okay, it's a natural mad. Tayyib. What was the second mad? Madde leen. Okay, someone explain to me madde leen. If there's a fatha before it. But does it apply when you continue or stop? Stop. Okay, how many counts? Fantastic. Allahumma barik. Okay, but you have to make sure you're consistent. Tayyib. Next mad. What was it? Madde arid li sukun. Okay, what is madde arid li sukun? Is when it's the madde asli, but when you're stopping on it. How many count? Can I do 2, then 4, then 6? Sure? Yeah? All right. Okay, mashallah. Consistent. Okay, and the last one that we just did, madde iwad. Madde iwad is what? When there's a double fatha and you're stopping on it. Alima, ahada, ma. This one, a lot of people make a mistake with. Sometimes you'll see a hamza. It's not a requirement for you to see the alif after it. Can you see the third word? It says ma, and then there's a hamza there. But when you stop on it, how are you supposed to stop? Ma, because remember, we're applying the double fatha rule. We're not looking at anything else. So when you see the word ma, don't stop as ma. That's wrong. What is it? Ma, if it has double fatha on it. Okay? 2 counts, yeah. 2 counts. Right. Everyone got that so far? Okay. 2 more mads, inshallah. The next mad that we have is madde muttasil. The next 2 mad that we're going to cover in today's lesson, they're the ones that most people know and apply, okay, generally. Firstly, we have this, which is the madde muttasil. Muttasil, for you to understand, because the next 2 mads, this one and the next one, they're similar words. But I want to make a small differentiation for you to understand and make it easier for yourself. Muttasil means when something is connected. What does it mean? Connected. Easiest way to remember this, okay? The last 2 letters of this word is muttasil, sad and lam. Comes from the word sil. Have you heard sad and lam somewhere that we do every day? Salah, salah. Salah. Salah comes from this word, silah, right? And muttasil means what? Connected. Salah means what? Someone said connected, someone said prayer. If you go back to the origin, okay, salah means connection. When you're making a connection with who? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's the best way to remember it. Okay, I'm going to giving you a cheat code here. Madde muttasil means what? When something is connected, okay? So, that means there will be some kind of connection here. Madde muttasil in simple. When you have the mad asli, madde what? Asli. And after you have a Hamza, you have a what? Hamza. Hamza is the one like that, and Alif is the one that's just a line. Okay? So if you have a Hamza, and it is in the same word, then this is called a Maddi Muttasil. How many counts do you make it? 4 counts. I never give any other option. It's only 4 counts. Because again, because people don't know the mudud properly, they will mix the muttasil for the munfasil, and they'll make the muttasil short and the munfasil long. This is why it's very important for you to know your mudud. Muttasil is 4, that's it. Okay? Now I'll show you examples for you to understand. Look, if you look at the first word, we have the word al-malaika. The lam, after there's a mad sign, right? Which letter is after it? Hamza. There's a Hamza there. That means that this is a mad muttasil, and that means that Hamza is a part of the word. That means you can't separate. You can't say mala is one word and ika is one word. No, malaika means what? Angels, right? It's one word. And this mad, how long do you make it? 4 counts. Excellent. Let's try the next one. Was-sa'ilina. Can you see the Hamza after the mad sign? So, how long do you make it? 4 counts. Okay. Let's move on to the second line. The first word. Bari'una. Bari'una. Can you see the Hamza? Where's the Hamza? It came after the Maddi Asli. The E. Bari. And how long do you make it? 4 counts. Can you make it any shorter? No, you can't make it any shorter. Okay? So whenever you see the Hamza, if you ever get mixed up, just remember Hamza. Just remember what? Hamza. If you remember the Hamza, then you know it's a Maddi Muttasil. You don't have any choice but to do it. 4 counts. 4 counts. Have you got that now? Okay. طيب, let's move on to the last mad, and then I'm going to summarize it for you guys, and then I'll give you the little test, inshallah. The next one is the opposite of Muttasil. Ittasala means to what? Connect. What would infasala mean then? Disconnect. That's literally what it is. Munfasil means what? It means when something is disconnected, right? Munfasil is the exact same as the muttasil. The only difference is, well, 2 differences. One difference is that in the muttasil it was a hamza. What will it be in the munfasil? Alif. Fantastic. Very good. The other difference is that in the muttasil it was what? 4 counts. But in the munfasil you have 2 or 4. Depending on the recite. Can you just hop? No, see, all of the rules are consistent. You either choose 2 or you either choose 4. Why am I emphasizing on this? This is where many of the reciters, they make mistake. I'll give you an example. Everyone hears Surah Al-Baqarah. Okay? وَالَّذِينَ First ayah, second ayah, third ayah. وَالَّذِينَ يُؤْمِنُونَ بِمَا أُنزِلَ إِلَيْكَ وَمَا أُنزِلَ مِن قَبْلِكَ. The mads, how long did they make it? Just 2 counts. Right? Okay? But if I was to say it like this, وَالَّذِينَ يُؤْمِنُونَ بِمَا أُنزِلَ إِلَيْكَ وَمَا أُنزِلَ. Where did I make the mistake? I did 4 and 2. Can I do that? No, I can't do that. You have to keep it consistent. You have to keep it consistent. Okay? So this is Maddi Munfasil. There's another clue that I can give for you, make it easier. How many of you guys read from the 13-line Mus'haf? You know, the one that we read the Qur'an from? That's on the screen. Do you guys read from 15-line or 13-line? 15-line, okay. There's a 13-line Mus'haf, the South African print, which we use for our Qur'an recital at the end. In that, they made a small difference for you to differentiate between the Mad, the Muttasil and Munfasil. The Muttasil, they've put a straight line for the Mad, but the Munfasil, they put a squiggly line. So that's clue number 3, in order for you to tell the difference between the Muttasil and Munfasil. The 2 differences that we agreed upon is what? One has Hamza, the other has Alif, and one you do 4 counts and the other you do 2 or 4. Now the third difference, one is a straight line and the other is a squiggly line. Okay? So here's examples here. فِيهَا أَنْهَارٌ. Look at the 2 words, the 2 separate words. Fiha is one word and anhar is another word. Do you understand? It's not part of one word. They're 2 separate words. Okay? So this is Maddi Munfasil. Before we go into our little challenge for today, because remember we said from last week we were going to do this thing which will inshallah help you all become more proficient in tajweed rules. We want to cover all of the mudud that we've done today. Right? Everyone ready? How many did we do today? About 6? Even I've lost count. Okay. طيب. The first one that we covered was madde. Madde asli, what's the other name for it? Tabi'i. Madde asli or tabi'i. What does it mean? A natural mad. Okay. We combined it in one word. What was the word? Nuhiha. Nuhiha. Okay. And this one, how long do we make it? 2 counts. Khalas. That was madde asli. Then we moved on to madde leen. Fantastic. Madde leen is when a waw and a ya has a sakin and before it there's a kasra. Who corrected me there? MashaAllah, MashaAllah. Jayeed. Okay? If there's a fatha before it. And if you're continuing, then there's no madde asli, madde leen. But if you stop on it, there's madde leen, right? Good. Just catch up my words, yeah? Okay? And if we're stopping on it, we can make it 2, 4, or 6. Okay? And we have to be consistent in the way we're doing it. Then we moved on to the next one. Madde iwad. And what does iwad mean? In replacement of. It is when you have a double fatha and you're stopping on the word. For example, alima. You can't say aliman and stop. How do you stop? Alima. Okay, jayyid. We left one out. Madde arid lis-sukun. Fantastic. Madde arid lis-sukun, what is it? When you're stopping on a madde asli. So, for example, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. You can make it either 2 or 4. Correct or wrong? Did I? See, mashallah. Someone's saying 4. Someone's saying 2. 2, 4? Mashallah. He's got it. 2, 4, or 6. Okay, you have to keep it consistent. Okay? Madde arid li-sukun. All of this is going to come in the little test that we're going to have now, inshallah. Then we have a madde muttasil. Muttasil means to disconnect. It means to connect, okay? Madde muttasil means to connect, and it is when a hamza is in the same word. How many counts do we make it? Okay, mashallah, everyone's agreed upon that one. Okay, 4. Can I make it 2 or 6? Khalas, tayyib. Madde munfasil, okay, is when after the mad sign there is an alif. How long do we make it? 2 or 4. Fantastic, alhamdulillah, jayyid. Okay, everyone ready for the challenge now? Okay, we want to group up. There's a lot of brothers here today, okay? So let's make it into groups. If your brothers, whoever wants to be a part of the class, inshallah, if you can come forward. If you're just listening, it's fine, don't worry, inshallah. If you want to be part of this, please come forward, inshallah. Tayyib. Right, let's split it up, inshallah, brother. We're going to split you brothers up now, okay? You're going to have to work as a team, okay, like we did last week. Right, okay? Some brothers on this side and some brothers on this side, inshallah. Whoever wants to take part, yallah, okay? You have to work as a team. Last week, there wasn't much, on the left side there was a team effort, but the right side there wasn't, okay? So make yourself an Amir. Who's the Amir? I think, brother, you can be the Amir, okay? Who's the Amir here? Khalas, you're the Amir, okay? You have to work with each other, okay? I'm going to give an ayah, and in the ayah, all the rules that we've covered so far, you have to extract it. Last week, who won it? I think it was the left side, okay, mashallah, okay? Are you brothers ready? Yallah. Look at the screen, inshallah. I'll give you 5 minutes, yallah. Work as a team, brothers. Work as a team. Work as a team. Talk to each other. If you want to write it down in your notes, you can, and then you can mention it, inshallah. Okay, brothers, 3 minutes, inshallah. Brothers, I'll give you 1.5 minutes. Get some extra time as well. I can hear the right side, mashallah, they're on it. They've got- Yallah, brothers, 1 minute, inshallah, 1 minute. Okay, brothers, yallah, bismillah. We'll go through it, don't worry, inshallah. If you miss out anything, we'll thank you. So firstly, I'll allow the audience to, inshallah, try to get as many rules, and then I'll mention all the rules that we've covered, inshallah. So we'll go with the right side today, inshallah. Amir Sahib, bismillah. Okay, what's the first rule that you've seen?
There's a mud on the first one.
Mhm.
So that's the, you can count 2.
Oh, good, mashallah. Fantastic.
Ifam unzila.
Okay, we've got ikhfa, mashallah, mashallah, ikhfa.
Ilahi is the lean, ilahi.
Okay, okay, tayyib.
Mir Rabbi.
I'll correct you guys at the end, inshallah. We'll just go through, inshallah. Mir Rabbi.
Rabbi is idgham.
Idgham with ghunna or da?
Without
Without ghunna. Okay, good, good.
But noon is the asleep, mother asleep. Noon,
Mashallah, fantastic.
amana again, 2 count.
Mashallah,
Ilahi is the, you have to do, lam is light.
fantastic, fantastic. Mashallah.
No, 4. That is the mutasil.
Muttasil, fantastic.
Kutubihi, rusuli, then again, idgham at ahadim rusul.
Good, good, okay,
There's mud.
okay, good.
There's a natural mud.
Mashallah, fantastic. Allahumma barik.
Again, natural mud.
Mashallah,
Ta'ala, again, natural mud.
mashallah,
Ghufranaka, again, natural mud.
mashallah.
Rabbana wa ilayka. Alaykal, I think, deen.
Okay, anything else?
And Nasi. Again, there's a natural mud. Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Mashallah, mashallah.
4 or 5 until.
Allahumma barik. Very good, very good. Okay, brothers, do you guys want to compete with that one? Bismillah. Okay. 2 counts. Okay, Nachamad. Oh, so the ones that you've done, don't worry about those, inshallah. So, which rule is this? Unzila. Okay, ikhfa, good. You can jump in, inshallah. Ikhfa. Okay, good. Carry on. Good. Okay, fantastic. Mad asli, okay. Khayr. Fantastic. MashaAllah. Good. MashaAllah. Arid, MashaAllah. Okay, he finished off with a nice Madde Arid. Okay. Alhamdulillah, you brothers got a lot of the rules. But let's go through it now. Okay? And now analyze it as I say it, inshallah. So we've got the first word is amana. We're going to treat it as a Madde Asli now. Later on, you're going to learn something else. Okay? Rasulu is Madde Asli. Bima unzila. Bima here, we've got Madde Asli, right? What's after it? Which letter is it? Alif, right? So which Madde is that? Munfasil. Ah, you see, Munfasil. Unzila, which rule is this? Ikhfa. Good. Ilayhi, if you stop on it, then it's a Madde Leen. But if you continue, it's not a Leen. Okay. Mir Rabbihi idgham without ghunna. MashaAllah. Bila ghunna. Okay. Rabbihi wal mu'minuna, which is Madde Asli. If I stop on it, Madde. If I was to stop on the word wal mu'minun. Arid al-sukun. Good. Kullun amana. Which rule is this? Everyone, both groups left this out. Idhar, mashallah. Kullun amana. Kullun amana. Then amana again, we're going to treat it as Madde Asli. Okay? Billahi, mashallah, the brother said that the word Allah, lafthul jalala, is lying here. Why? Kasra before it. Fantastic. Malaikatihi. This group said muttasil. This group said Asli. Okay? It's what? Madde muttasil. Okay? Malaikatihi. Then we move on. Kutubihi wa rusulihi. La Madde Asli. Nufarriqu. Ra here is a heavy, is a light. Why? Zair. Good. Many people, they read this word as La nufarriqu. That's wrong. La nufarriqu. Okay? Baina ahadim. MashaAllah, the brother got it. Idgham with ghunna. But after that, mir rusuli. What rule is that? Idgham without ghunna. Good. Qalu. Madde Asli. Sami'na Asli. Ata'na Asli. Ghufranak Asli. Rabbana Asli. Wa ilayka. There's nothing there unless we stop in it. Masir, which the brother got. Madde Arid Sukun. MashaAllah. Look how many rules that you've covered are in this ayah. Every day, and like I mentioned last week, all you have to do is take one ayah out and take out the rule. It's fun, isn't it? Lean, fantastic, okay? So if you take an ayah out, take this as a challenge for you now. When you go home, take an ayah out and try to extract as many rules. If you want, you can bring it to me next week as homework and I'll say, yeah, this is where you gone wrong, this is where you got it right. Do it a few times, you'll see that you'll know inside out.
Is it true there's a surah that has all the rules?
Sorry?
Is it true there's a surah that has all the rules?
Allahu A'lam, I don't know. Every surah has different rules, but I don't know which surah. If you can... It has all the rules in it. I'm not sure. Maybe. If someone finds out for me, let me know, inshallah. طيب. Okay, we've got two surahs today that we're going to be reading, inshallah. Surah Al-Kawthar and Surah Al-Ma'un, inshallah. So everyone recite after me, as you know how it works. I recite a verse, then you recite a verse after me, and then we look at the common mistakes, inshallah.
The surah is talking about Surah Quraysh.
Quraysh has all the rules?
Yeah, but I wasn't sure.
No, it doesn't have all the rules. No. No, that's wrong, because there's no madde lazim in there. It'll probably be Surah Baqarah. MashaAllah. Okay, everyone recite after me, inshallah. Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إنا أعطيناك الكوثر فصل لربك وانحر إن شانئك هو الأبتر. Fantastic. Okay, let's go over the common mistakes in this surah. Okay, the first thing I want to analyze is whenever you're reading the word inna, very, very important, because a lot of Qur'an, famous reciters, do this. Because when you're doing ghunna is something that beautifies your voice. So sometimes what happens is the reciters, when they're getting into the ghunna, they prolong the letter before. So they'll say it like this. Inna ma'al. Okay, what's the mistake there? You're making an unnecessary prolongation. No, you join it straight away. Inna. Do your ghunna nicely. But don't do the thing that comes before it nicely, right? Straight away join it. So don't say inna. No. If you listen now, if you go online, you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay? Join it straight away. Inna. Okay? I want to ask a question. Which mad is this? Munfasil. Got it. MashaAllah. Ahsant. طيب. أعطيناك. Here we've got a hamza first, then a ayn. Don't confuse both of them. Don't say أعطينا. No. Then ayn. أعطينا. Ta is a heavy letter. Noon and kaf is light. So watch me, guys. Inna أعطيناك. Okay. Moving on to that last word of the first verse. Kal kaw. So far is what? Light. The last part is where people struggle with. They say thar. How should it be? He said tha and then? You have to move your mouth. It's thar and not thor. Because tha, is it light or is it heavy? Light. So you have to move your mouth. Okay, so watch me, guys, and read it after me. Inna a'tainaka al-kawthar. Better, mashallah. Ahsantum. طيب, next one. فَصَلِّ. فَصَلِّ is not one word. It is two words. MashaAllah. He's got it straight away. Fa and then salli. Salli means what? Pray. Salli. Okay? Fa, it means and then. Okay? فَصَلِّ. So emphasize in which letter? Sad. فَصَلِّ. You see, this is extra. I'm telling you guys, this has got nothing to do with tajweed. It's just the pronunciation of the word. So you say it like this. فَصَلِّ. Jayid. لِرَبِّكَ, the ra is heavy. We know that, okay? The word wanhar, same as the word above. Many people say wanhar. No. Wa, na, ha, ra is heavy. Wanhar. So you're smiling all the way and at the end you're bringing it in. Okay? So watch my mouth, okay guys? And then you guys say it. فَصَلِّ لِرَبِّكَ وَانْحَرْ. Ahsantum, very good. Next, what do you think the first mistake is in the third verse? The first mistake that common mistake that people make. Inna shani. Same thing. All the time. Okay? You'll hear inna ma'al usri yusra. Exact same thing. So you have to ensure that you're connecting it straight away. Inna shani'aka. Now the word shani'aka, the noon has a kasra, guys. It does not have a sakin. So don't say inna shani'aka. No. Shani'aka. Okay? Huwal, same thing as the two as above. Ab, not tar. What is it? Tar. Okay? Not tar. So the last verse, guys. Inna shani'aka huwal abtar. Excellent. Abtar. Okay, one brother from this side, one brother from this side, inshallah. MashaAllah. He's got it. MashaAllah. صفة ترى بخربة ثور وانح ما شاء الله ما شاء الله very good recitation. Allah barik. Brother's already put his hand up. ما شاء الله. بسم الله. Good. Your ta and your ra, you have to work on it, okay? Ta, there's no W. Not shaytwa, shayta. Try again. طيب. 2 counts. Bismillah. Which mad is this? It's just mad asli. Okay, so 2 counts. Bismillahi. Not lahi. No. Try again. Jayeed. MashaAllah. Thawr. Good, mashallah. But remember, your ta, you have to work on it. No W, huh? Not twa. We covered this, right? Right. So your bottom lip can't be moving. طيب, next verse. Hawr. Okay, good. Aba Tawr. MashaAllah. Ahsantum. Very good, MashaAllah. You got a very nice voice, Allahumma barik. Work on your tajweed and you'll be, inshallah, flying. Bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. Ahsantum. MashaAllah. طيب, let's move on to the next surah, inshallah, because we've got a long surah. We'll give more people opportunity to recite this surah, inshallah. Okay? So let's take it together, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. So recite after me. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. أرأيت الذي يكذب بالدين فذلك الذي يدع اليتيم ولا يحض على طعام المسكين فويل للمصلين الذين هم عن صلاتهم ساهون الذين هم يراءون ويمنعون الماعون. Ahsantum, mashallah. طيب, let's go over this surah, inshallah. So the first word that we have is أرأيت. Okay? Remember, Hamza, is it light or is it heavy? Light. So it's not أرأيت, it's أرأيت. أرأيت. You go on, يكذب. I've been hearing some people say the dhal as the z. No. Make sure the tip of the tongue is out. يكذب. أرأيت الذي يكذب. Okay? Then we have the word بالدين. We've done the word deen in which surah? Surah Al-Fatiha. Malik Yawmiddin. We've talked about the common mistake, which is the dal. Okay? Make sure you don't say D. Okay? It's in between that. Da. But here, not biddeen, but it's B with a kasra. Biddeen. When you're finishing the verse, which mad is this? Adad lis-sukun. We're going to be sticking to 4 counts. That's the first thing. Second thing is, majority of the time when you're going to see mad adad lis-sukun with a kasra before it, it will be with a noon at the end. Biddeen. Don't forget to pronounce the noon. Biddeen. Because sometimes people, what they do, biddeen, you can't hear it. Okay? So repeat after me, okay? أرأيت الذي يكذب بالدين Good, 4 counts, mashallah. Next verse, okay? فذلك الذي is fine. Just remember the dhal. يدعُ. Here, when you're joining it, the ayn is a bit difficult. But you're stopping on it, so it's a bit easier. يدعُ. Right? If you were to say يدعُ, it'll be harder. Watch. يدعُ. Now the lam on the next word, guys, don't make it a qalqalah. Don't say يدعُ. No, hold it. يدعُ اليتيم. And then the same thing, مد عارض للسكون, you're stopping on it. So repeat after me. فذلك الذي يدعُ اليتيم. Good, mashallah. You're making 4 counts. Consistency, okay? The whole way. Okay, the next verse is a bit difficult, okay? وَلَا يَحُضُّ. Ya ha is light. The dad is heavy. You have to bring your mouth in. Wala yahuddu. Try that. Good, mashallah. Ala ta'amil. Mim has a kasra. It's not in between. You don't say mil, it's mil. What do you think the other mistake is in the word mil? The lam? Don't do a qalqala. Okay? So, ala ta'amil miskin. The noon at the end. Can you hear the noon at the end? Yeah? Let's repeat the verse. وَلَا يَحُضُّ عَلَى طَعَامِ الْمِسْكِينِ. أحسنتم ما شاء الله. فَوَيْلٌ لِلْ. Okay, here the فَوَيْلٌ is okay. But there's a shadda on the lam after it. فَوَيْلٌ لِلْ. فَوَيْلٌ لِلْ. Okay, make sure you do the shadda. مُصَلِّينَ. Sad is a what? Heavy letter. Make sure you do not say swa. Sa. فَوَيْلٌ لِلْمُصَلِّينَ. Musa. MashaAllah, musallin. Okay. Next verse, okay? الَّذِينَ هُمْ عَنْ صَلَاتِهِمْ. I want to ask you guys a question. Which rule is this here? عَنْ صَ. Ikhfa, mashallah. Brothers on it, Allahumma barik. When you're doing ikhfa into a heavy letter, how should we do it? 50. Good. How are we going to do ikhfa into this one? Is it a heavy letter or is it a light letter? MashaAllah, Jayeed. Okay. الَّذِينَ هُمْ عَنْ. Look, here. عَنْ. Why am I doing this? Sad is heavy. Okay. If I say like this, عَنْ, what's going to happen? Sad is going to come out a bit light. Okay. Salatihim. Make sure the lam is light. Don't say salatihim. That's in a different recitation. Salat. Okay. الَّذِينَ هُمْ عَنْ صَلَاتِهِمْ سَاهُونَ. Sahun. The sa is 2 counts because the madde asli. Hoon, which mad is this? How did the sukun? So how many counts? 4. So try again. الَّذِينَ هُمْ عَنْ صَلَاتِهِمْ سَاهُونَ. Good. Next verse, okay, is simple. الَّذِينَ هُمْ يُرَى. Just that one you're going to have to make it long. Which mad is it? متصل. أحسنتم. متصل. الذين هم يراء. How many counts? 4 counts. Okay, so listen to me. الذين هم يراءون. Okay, and the last verse here, many people make qalqala on the meme and the lam. وَيَمَنَ. No. وَيَمْنَعُ. وَيَمْنَعُونَ. Let's see who remembers this rule. وَيَمْنَعُ. Who remembers it? We did it last lesson. I'll give you a clue. It's one of the meme sakin rules. Idhar shafawi, mashallah. Got it. Idhar shafawi. Fantastic, okay? Right? وَيَمْنَعُونَ. You don't do any qalqala on it, or you don't bounce it, or you don't put a ghunna on it. وَيَمْنَعُونَ. Okay, repeat it after me now. وَيَمْنَعُونَ الْمَاعُونَ. Good, mashallah. Okay, because this is a bit of a long surah, we'll get 1 verse at a time, inshallah. So 2 verses, only 2 verses. Yallah, who wants to do it? The first 2 verses. Inshallah. Ara. Good. MashaAllah, MashaAllah, Allahumma barik. Fantastic. The first 2 verses. First two. The first 2. Good. MashaAllah. Very good, very good. Anyone else want to try the first 2 verses? Someone we haven't heard? Bismillah. Good. MashaAllah. You know, the brother's been here from day one. Your recitations improve so much. Allahumma barik. Okay. طيب. The next two verses. وَلَا يَحُضُّ عَلَى طَعَامِ الْمِسْكِينِ and فَوَيْلٌ لِلْمُصَلِّينَ. Okay. Bismillah. Good. Okay, you have to do shadda. فَوَيْلٌ لِلْ. فَوَيْلٌ لِلْ. Ahsantum, mashallah. Very good. Okay. It's not a good place to stop here, فَوَيْلٌ لِلْمُصَلِّينَ, but we're just doing it for learning purposes. Okay. Two more. Bismillah. Those. MashaAllah. Rahim. Good. طعام. Good. MashaAllah, MashaAllah. Very good. Allahumma barik. Okay, the next three verses, the last three verses. We want to try everyone, inshallah. Brother, do you want to go for it? Bismillah, go for it. Yeah, inshallah. Allahumma barik. MashaAllah. Ahsantum. How long have you been following the lessons for, brother? MashaAllah. And where are you from again?
I'm near Cambridge.
Cambridge, MashaAllah. The brothers came here for the lesson. Allahumma barik. MashaAllah. Allah accept, MashaAllah. The brothers came dedication. Allahumma barik. See, alhamdulillah, it's consistency. You always have to keep consistent with lessons, right? Okay? Allah accept from us all. Ameen. Okay, طيب. One more person to recite the last three verses. Let's get someone who hasn't done it, inshallah. Oh, if the screen, yeah, inshallah. طيب. فوي. Good. عن صلاة. Good, mashallah. Good. Ahsantum, mashallah, mashallah. Fantastic, alhamdulillah. We're going somewhere with these lessons, alhamdulillah. We've done quite a few surahs now. Inshallah, in one of these sessions we will stop to do again a revision. I always do. If you see me, I'm very particular with my revision. I want revision done, inshallah. So next session I'll be doing a little test on the mudud that we've done so far. Then we're finishing off the rest of the mudud bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. And that's pretty much the rules done. Then we have a few other extra rules that we'll touch on, and then khalas, we'll be focusing more on Qur'an. And we'll, like I mentioned, we'll have more time to do one-to-one sessions so everyone can benefit. Jazakumullah khairan. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive us for our shortcomings and to accept from us all. Wa subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Wassalamu alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Every Thursday. MashaAllah. Inshallah. Please do join. Everything is available online if you want to, inshallah. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
I think you're doing a great job.
Jazakallah khair.
My Ramadan was, I made notes.
Is it? MashaAllah. Allah bless you, brother. MashaAllah.